Welcome to Lola's Frugal Life Podcast. If you're on a mission to be more frugal with both your time and money, you're in the right place. In this podcast, we talk about topics that help enhance living a frugal lifestyle. The goal is to save time and money where we can so that we can use the rest on what matters most to us. We talk a lot about both time and money management so that we can waste as little as possible on both. We do this while also embracing a progress over perfection mindset. If that sounds good to you, then please stick around for the latest episode right after a few quick words from our sponsor. Hi everyone, welcome back to Lola's Frugal Life Podcast. This is my weekly meal plan episode. If this is new to you, this is an episode that I put out every Wednesday where I share my family's meal plan for the upcoming week. I also create a blog post that has this entire meal plan along with any links to recipes that I mention in the episode that can be found on my website at lolasfrugallife.com. And it comes out the same day as each meal plan episode. So you can always find it if you're hearing this, and the blog post will be up if you're interested in following any of these recipes. As I mentioned occasionally, the reason I do this is because I think meal planning can be helpful to so many people that struggle with not being sure what they want to make for dinner, or you feel like you're spending too much money on groceries because you're purchasing ingredients and not using them. If you have a meal plan, you can much more readily purchase just the ingredients that you need for those meals and cook them rather than just kind of purchasing random ingredients and then winding up not being sure what to do with them. So anyway, this week's meal plan starts on Saturday, December 16th. So for this Saturday, I actually don't have a recipe to share because once again, we are going out to dinner. We really don't go out to dinner very often, but in this season, we have a lot of family birthdays and things like that. But the reason we're actually going out, going to be going out on the 16th is because my youngest daughter just passed her driving test, and I told her that we would go out to celebrate for her passing. So we're going to be doing that on Saturday, and the reason I picked that day is because we're going to be baking cookies and doing gingerbread houses and all kinds of stuff that day for the holidays. All of my kids are going to be home that day, so I thought it would be a perfect day to just go out to eat at night, so I didn't have to worry about cooking dinner after baking cookies and doing all that other stuff the whole day. For Sunday, we're going to be trying a new recipe. It's called Skillet Lemony Chicken and Artichokes. It's from goodhousekeeping.com. And then I'm going to be serving that with cheesy instant pot rice and vegetables, which is from thesaltymarshmallow.com. The instant pot rice and vegetables I've made several times. A lot of times I've made that. It's really easy. You just put the rice and the mixed vegetables and broth and water in the instant pot and cook it, and then add some shredded cheese to it when it's done and kind of mix it together, and that comes out really good. I've never made this skillet lemon chicken and artichokes though, but it sounded pretty easy, and it's kind of like one of those one skillet type meals, I believe. When I kind of looked at the recipe really quickly, it's made with bone-in chicken thighs and artichokes and some white wine, chicken broth, that type of thing. So we're going to try that out for Sunday. For Monday, December 18th, we're going to be doing chicken cutlets. I don't have a recipe to share for that one, but I basically just take boneless chicken breast, slice them thinly, dip them in egg and breadcrumb, and then fry them in a frying pan. And then as a side, I'm going to be doing cauliflower au gratin. Sorry, I lost my place here. Yeah, cauliflower au gratin, which is from allrecipes.com. This is where you kind of take cauliflower, cut it up into bite-sized pieces, and then you mix it. You do have to cook it slightly first, and then you mix it with sour cream, cheddar cheese, and then you top it with panko breadcrumbs, and you bake it in the oven, and my family really likes that one, so I think that would go good with the chicken cutlets. For Tuesday, we do some type of Mexican theme meal. This week, we're going to be doing Chipotle night, so that's where I make kind of homemade Chipotle bowls. I cook up some chicken under the broiler, and then we do just like a lot of toppings, some brown rice, some black beans, salsa, cheddar cheese, avocado, sour cream, all that kind of stuff, and everyone can kind of just make their own Chipotle bowls. For For Wednesday, we always do some type of seafood. So I'm going to be doing easy shrimp vegetable stir fry, which is from allrecipes.com. I will share this recipe, but like I've said before, I don't actually follow the recipe as far as purchasing all of the separate fresh vegetables that are listed in the recipe. I just purchase a frozen bag of stir fry vegetables and make it that way just to make it a little bit easier. For Thursday, we usually do breakfast for dinner or soup. So this week we're going to be doing soup. I'm going to be doing sausage tortellini soup, which is from greatgrubdelicious.treats.com. This is like the easiest soup on the planet to make. It's basically just like you cook up some Italian sausage, like ground sausage in a pan, and you add like heavy cream chicken broth, and then you put tortellinis in until they're cooked. It's so easy, but it comes out really, really good. So we're going to do that for Thursday. And then Friday, again, unintentionally, I do this all the time, unintentionally having sausage 2 nights in a row. It's not something I would normally plan to do, but sometimes because I plan my meals, my meal plans ahead of time, and I just kind of stick things in days, I don't realize when I accidentally put 2 things back to back, but we survive it. So anyway, Friday, we're going to be having sausage again. But we're going to be doing sausage and vegetable sheet pan dinner, which is from allrecipes.com. When I make this, I do use sausage, but I also use chicken, either boneless thighs or boneless breast, and mix it up with the sausage so that it's not just sausage and vegetables. It's like sausage and chicken and vegetables. But you basically just kind of take broccoli, baby potatoes, carrot, you kind of chop them all up, put them on a pan, you mix it together with some seasoning, and kind of lay the sausage on. And like I said, I do the chicken also on the sheet pan, and then you just bake it. It comes out really good. It's a pretty quick, easy meal. So that's it for this week's meal plan. I hope this was helpful. Like I said, you can find this full meal plan on my website at lolasfrugallife.com, which includes links to any recipes that I mentioned here today. So thank you so much for listening, and I will see you back here next week.
So thank you for checking in for this podcast episode. And don't forget, you can always email me with any questions or suggestions at lolasfrugallife@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at lolasfrugallife. And you can find a blog post for most of my episodes and definitely all of my meal plan episodes at lolasfrugallife.com. You can also join our private listeners group at facebook.com/groups/lolasfrugallife. And if you enjoy the show, please make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen from. And I would love it if you would screenshot the show and tag me on Instagram so I could see you're listening. Also, if you can please take a couple of seconds to rate and review the podcast. Those ratings and reviews are what help the show come up better in search results so that other people can find this podcast. So that will really help me in growing my audience. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have an awesome day.